to this week's show. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you want to be much happier in your life than you currently are? Are you looking for success? Do you want a greater career than you already have? Well, according to my guest tonight, Gary Quinn, he believes that this is truly possible. And it's possible with the help of angels. Gary is a remarkable man. He's had his own angel experience, and he's also the author of the book, May the Angels Be With You. He's also helped many Hollywood celebrities find their true purpose in life, and I am totally honored that he could be with us today. Welcome to the show, Gary.
Thank you. Hi, Tracy.
Hi. You have this amazing story to tell about your own angel experience that happened to you in France. I know it's detailed, but just for today's show, could you be brief with that story?
I always had this insight of being able to tune into energies when I was 5, and I remember I could look at a person and I would know what was going to happen, but I really didn't know what it was. And I think children are able to access that information all the time. And in my teens, I started having visions come in, and I didn't know they were angels at the time. And in my 20s, I had an opportunity to move to Paris, France, for a job in the entertainment business, and when I got there, there was no job. So I basically had to say, what is it that am I doing here? I had, 3 weeks into this country, and I have no job, and I don't speak the language. Mm-hmm. So I would go to Notre Dame Cathedral every day to light candles, and I didn't know why, but it was almost like my place of refuge, or that spiritual connection of trying to understand what my purpose was. And I would just sit there and light candles and wait for an answer. 3 weeks into that process, one afternoon, it was almost like the wind had blown in and an energy came out of the ceiling. It was almost like a vortex of light, and it just encompassed me in an energy, and it was a purple light that just beamed down on me, and it was pretty powerful, and I didn't know what it was. And I said, telepathically, I go, who are you? What is this? And an energy came through and said, I'm Archangel Michael, and I'm here to help you to understand you're not here to work in the entertainment business. You're here to understand what we do. And this energy, Tracy, was like this, I call it Tinkerbell energy. Almost like this fairy dust was being thrown on me for protection, love, everything that I, wanted to feel, and it was lifted. And the minute I started walking home to my apartment, I felt there was something different, and the phone rang, and the one person that I knew in France said, do you need a free place to stay? There's 9 months you can stay in this apartment. And my rest of my 9 months living in France was me learning about this gift that I tune into. Mm-hmm. Angels are there as an energy, a force field. They may not look like what we think in picture books, but everybody has the opportunity to use them. Even if they don't believe in them, they're there. And everybody's had an experience, whether they want to claim that they have or not. There's mm-hmm. been something they can't explain.
Right. So what are angels? What are they, and what are they not?
Okay, angels are not your Aunt Sue who passed and has come back as an angel. Humans cannot take angel form. There's only been one instance that has been in history through the Kabbalah in Judaism, that there was a soul of an energy called Enoch that became an angel. But humans cannot become angels, and angels are messengers. It's a high energy information, free information, but you have to be able to access them by asking, by being specific, not just saying, help me. You have to physically say, I need this to happen now. You're making a demand on the angels, and you can't start to say, well, I feel guilty that I'm asking my angel for this. I had a client come to me and she said, I pray to my angels all the time and nothing happens. And I said, what are you praying for? She said, I'm praying for help. I said, you're not being specific. You have to physically say, I am praying for the perfect love interest in my life right now, or financial independence right now. She wasn't being specific.
Right.
If you're not being specific, you're not going to see results.
So is it true to say then, Gary, that we do truly manifest what we desire?
Sure. We are electrical energy. Our thoughts are our belief system. Whatever you're thinking, you're creating. So wherever you are in your life is the right time or the right place all the time. So where you are right now, or your audience members, everybody out there wants to create something. A new job, more finances, the perfect love, but they say, I don't know how. How can I do that? So they're living in this fear of they don't know how. They don't know that angels are there at their beck and call, in their backyard, in their energy, that they can help them, or they can just create it because they trust their own vibration to create and manifest it. See, where we are in our life is what our belief system is. So if your belief system is, I don't believe, you're not going to see any results.
Give us a typical scenario where, I mean, would we meditate? Would we sit quietly, meditate and call?
If you need to meditate, you can. If you need to light candles, that's great. But you don't have to be in a crisis mode to pull in an angel. You don't have to be in any framework of just that mindset of being clear and open. Now, how many people do you see on the street clear and open? Not many.
Not many.
So they aren't going to see the results clearly. So if you have to do yoga, if you have to do any kind of sport that opens you up, be creative by talking in higher thoughts. If you're around people that talk negative, well, you're going to have negative things happen to you. So like attracts like. In order to become it, you must be it. If I said to you, and I do this in seminars, and I do this in private sessions, if I said to you, what is it, Tracie, and your audience, pick one thing that I say to you, I'm waving a magic wand right now, and I'm going to say, what do you want to be, have, and create right now? What is that?
For me personally, the success of the show.
Okay. Success of the show is not being specific enough.
Right.
You can't be a little bit pregnant. You are or you aren't, right?
Right.
So instead of saying that, you tell me if this works. This is me speaking through you. I have a worldwide hit television show that empowers people and gets the message out there, and I'm making unlimited funds and working with incredible people worldwide right now. Does that work?
For me, I think it does.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the energy, you're moving as if, and I write in the book to act as if. Now, in order to become it, you must be it. How do you do that when you don't have the proof? The proof is trusting, but being centered, being clear, on tuning into your energy, but being specific with your guide. And people say, but how do I get a guide? How can I tune in? Meditate and get quiet before you go to bed. Ask who your guide is. You will have the answer in the morning. Or you might wake up in the middle of the night and you'll say, oh, that's what it means. I've had skeptics that have not believed in any of this, and they have some life-changing situation that switches the light on. Now, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is Broadway. So if you're acting, if I said to you, okay, scenario, today's your lucky day. I just signed a contract with you that I said to you, your show has been purchased by a major network worldwide that is going to syndicate your show in the fall, and you're going to be the #1 hit breakout show in the fall. And I said to you that you were also going to be traveling, helping people in seminars across the world doing this. You'd probably be ecstatic, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say, hooray, hallelujah.
Okay, so
the angels.
that's the energy you have to be in. In order to become it, you must be it. And it doesn't matter if you're selling real estate, if you're in stocks, if you're an artist, if you want to change careers, if you want to have a new opportunity of relationship. It doesn't matter. You can manifest and create a miracle in 7 seconds. Your guides are merely there to support this behavior. That's all.
So they're around us all the time. We're not actually calling them from anywhere.
Sure, they're always around, and it's a matter of you just being specific and asking, what is it I want to utilize from their energy?
Now, the next thing I want to ask you, Gary, is Could you name a couple of examples of the clients you've worked with where they've had successes with working with their angels?
Oh, sure. I have everybody from stockbroker to financial planners. I've had a gentleman who came to see me 5 years ago, and he had a company that was sort of happening but wasn't really making ends meet with his work, and he really wanted to be worldwide. And I said to him, you're not acting as if your energy is very limited in a box. And he would come every Thursday at 3 o'clock. And he wouldn't even really understand why he was there, but he would take it away, whatever he got, and utilize it to create his job opportunity. Within 6 months, he had 5 new clients. He had about 10 employees. And by the end of that year, he had an investor from Europe who invested in his company to expand with $2.5 million, and he created this worldwide investment company.
Wow.
From that, he got married. He bought a home in Malibu. He has 2 children. He bought a Lamborghini. He travels worldwide, and he was just in to see me about 6 months ago, and he decided he didn't want that anymore. He wanted to be in the film business as an entity, as a producer. So he's upped the standard, and now he's doing business with top names in the entertainment business. But if you would have seen him when he walked in and who he is now, different energy. Because he took the power, he used his guides, and started to transform his life right now.
Right. Now, you know what people are going to say listening to this, Gary?
What?
You know there are some skeptics out there.
Oh, always.
And they're going to say, surely that's just coincidence.
No, there are no accidents. And if they don't believe it, they should buy the book, or they can come to a seminar. I'm having a free seminar in the Bodhi Tree, Los Angeles area, June 20th. They can come and see for themselves. I've had skeptics all over the world. I had people in London who were skeptics, and it's on Amazon.com. You can go online. You can read people who didn't believe, who went to a seminar or saw me in an event or a private session. Their lives changed. So.
Right.
I'm not here to convince anybody that there's a new religion, or they should work with guides, or they shouldn't do that. It's up to you. Every opportunity is a new beginning. Wherever you are, you can create change. But if you buy into the fear of not being able to create it, then you're lost, or you're confused, or you become angry, or you start to say, how come it's for some and how come it's not for others? Everybody has the same opportunity. When I first started this work and this mission that I do, I didn't have a book deal. I didn't have an agent. I had 1 chapter. But that didn't stop me. My end result, sitting on my sofa at home about 4 years ago, was I have a hit book worldwide that empowers people now. Now, if you look at the career of what I'm doing, and it's all manifested, I had a 30-city book tour, which was unheard of for a new author. The book has a publisher. It has a life of its own, because I'm always in the end result. When you're in the end result, you start to see change. You're not waiting for something to happen. You know, most people say, when people ask you, Tracie, how are you? What do you usually say?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. Fine translates to I'm just getting by. I'm just scraping by to make ends meet.
But bearing in mind that's an English term too.
Okay.
We say that
But
in England.
it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is when you start to say, I'm great, everything is happening, I'm so busy, I've got meetings, I'm doing this and this, you start to move the energy into
Right.
creating what you
Right,
want.
right.
Remember, we're an electrical force. Whenever we're saying, we become. Whatever you eat, you become.
Right, I agree.
Whatever you think,
I agree.
you become. So you have to start to be careful what you say you will happen and manifest, because you've started the wheels in motion.